Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Cone Dodger here. Welcome back to Formula One 2018. You know what time it is. Maybe you don't. If you don't, it's Singapore time. And if you don't know what Singapore time means, it means sadness. So let's commence with the sadness with an attempt at a qualifying one lap. I say attempt because there are no guarantees here. Once the sun goes down and qualifying starts, all bets are off towards us actually advancing anywhere. And I can tell you, so far in my practice with this car here, it ain't good. And I feel guilty saying that because I'm pretty sure I've said that anytime I've ever had a car here. Pretty much every time I've ever driven here, I've said the words, this car is just not good here. So I think we're really looking at a common factor denominator there that I don't know that I want to mention. So I'm just going to try and focus in on a lap here.
That looked bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're alright.
Oh my god, that was spectacular. Yeah, let's see a replay of that. Holy cow, that came undone so fast. Oh man, that was good. That was good. I guess that was a hard enough hit to do it. Whew, that's pretty hilarious, I must say. Oh, you see? I didn't see that. There's this little curb that pops out from the wall. And it caught that geometry. I thought I had missed the wall, and indeed I had, but I hit this little curb that sticks out from the wall. And it's got a little geometry there that sticks out. Bam! Ripped the wheels off. Alright everybody, let's go to the race. He pulls his visor down. That was funny. That was funny. Oh man, Fernando P1 in Q1. How about that?
Tough luck there. It's not quite where we'd want to be on the grid, but chin up, it's not the end of the world.
No, but it sure is the end of those right side wheels.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sergio Perez will lead us away from pole position, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Grosjean, Leclerc, Kevin Magnussen and Ocon, Raikkonen, Hulkenberg, Sainz and Fernando Alonso, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Marcus Ericsson and Sirotkin, Hamilton, Bottas, Lance Stroll and Pierre Gasly, Hartley and Red. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, not where we wanted you to be, so we'll need you to push hard in the race.
Oh, short and simple there, Jeff, huh? Alright, well, I don't think there's much I can really do. I'm trying to think of if there's some kind of silliness I can do with strategy. The only thing I can really think of, and I believe I've tried this in the past here, is to like ridiculously short pit and try to keep out of traffic and leapfrog people. I don't know if that's even a valid option for us here. But we'll see. Maybe there'll be a safety car or something. Hopefully we're not the safety car. That's all we can hope. Alright, we can basically do no wrong in this race. All we can do is move forward or stay the same. Even if we DNF, really. So I'm gonna go in here in full attack mode. And so far it's been working. Probably not 3 wide, huh? Hello. I don't think I'm gonna out drag race you. I have so much downforce on this car. It's sickening how much. And he left the door open, but he closed it a little too late. So he was able to sneak in there. You know I wanted to do it there too.
Okay, that's a good start. Keep it up.
Thanks, Jeff. I'll disappoint you in no time, don't you worry. Sneaky, sneaky. I don't think I'm gonna clear him. Oh, I managed to push him down to the inside enough. This car has a wild amount of downforce on it. This is basically a rain setup that I'm using to try and get a handle on the place. And you saw how well it worked in qualifying. I can't believe I did that. Oh, easy there, buddy. You got some nasty understeer right there. I'm here. I'm not here. I gotta stop going to the outside of that turn. It ain't working. I rolled that turn so well, but I had nowhere to go. That was getting close. Still got some battery power left. We'll stay in mode 5. I think we're going to be really hurting once we have to dip out of that. We did throw the last horsepower upgrade to this car on for this race. This is the most horsepower this car will ever make. And that is a number, I'm pretty sure, pretty far south of most of our competitors, but that's okay. It has some really good attributes in other places.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the ultra softs.
You know how bad I want to do right there, right? He knows what I'm trying to do. Pretty crafty sometimes, these AI are. Pretty crafty. DRS in a draft. He's trying to stay on the inside. You gotta close that door. Got it. Nicely done.
Brilliant. Nice move.
I'll accept that. Brilliant.
A new strategy is available on the MFT.
Was this the best place to be talking about it? How much time do I have for that? Pin a lap early, I can do that.
Confirmed.
I can do that. Really need to get to the back of Ericsson here so I can use my training wheels. It's all gonna come crashing down eventually, but this has actually been a lot of fun so far.
Push now. We're boxing this lap.
I don't know how to break it to you, but I've kind of been pushing the whole race so far. One thing I'm really gonna hold myself to for our at least season 1 of the 2019 career. Every race 50%, even this one. You have to hire a personal trainer to get through it. And by hire a personal trainer, I mean watch free videos on YouTube. Are they really free? Is a video that has paid advertising in it still free? I don't know. I don't know what the definition is there. Is this a free video? Some of these have advertising. Most of them have advertising for McLaren because they claim most of these videos.
Pit now.
And I just kind of don't care. It's McLaren. Looks like they need the $3 from that video. I'm helping fund the team. Alright, we're pitting this lap. Forgot all about it. This crazy pit entry. Shove it in there. Alright, let's see if this works. We'll definitely be out in clear track. That's not going to be a problem. I'd like to be near someone. It seems like we'll be pretty close to this, this Renault.
Exit now.
Yep. Did we actually just get passed by that Renault? I'm not sure. Seems like we did.
Up to speed now.
That'd be pretty crazy considering how far apart we were. Getting heat in these tires is tricky. Pretty good gap back to Hamilton, so I don't have to worry about DRS yet. I will, though, because he'll be faster. Undoubtedly. This is probably the most important lap of the race. If this strategy's gonna work, it's gotta work right now. That was a nice angle into there. Alright, we gotta dip down to 3, I think. Feels like we're closing on Hulkenberg, which is good. He's close enough, I can kind of use him as a measuring stick a little bit. Yeah, not too shabby. No DRS. Oh, I think we just passed a Red Bull even. We're not questionably like looking at points this race, are we? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just worry about this lap. If I still have your attention.
Battery charge is low. If we
Oh,
turn
yeah, it
down
is.
the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy.
What's your opinion on a schedule for the next playthrough? Do you like the separate qualifying video? Would you rather have a qualifying video and a race video? Or do you like it just kind of being boiled down into one? Exceeded track limits? Where? Haven't I gotten in trouble for that before? Here?
Right, the car behind has come in to put on the ultra soft tyre. That's the car.
Yellow flag through here somewhere. Oh yeah, Leclerc. Oh, that was close. Guys,
Some information on Leclerc. They're retiring from the race.
guys, gals, humans of all sort. We are currently in the points. Well, this just got a lot more stressful. That shows you the power of the short pit. P6 would just be a small feat. Locks the track limits now. You don't want to get a penalty to knock you out of the points. That would be a sad day. I think we're at the point of strategy complete for everybody in the field. Easy. Easy. Oh, got away with one there. Quite a bit of pressure from Kimi here. Just gotta click out these laps. I wouldn't even want to think of a pass on Hulkenberg until the very last lap. Caught a little bit of understeer right in the center of that turn. Really hurt it all the way through that sector. I hope for 2019 they've got a little bit of a control on the tire heating. Something a lot of people have said it's kind of an issue with this iteration. I appreciate the fact that they went in and tried to add more detail. It sounds like they may have bitten off a little bit more than they could chew with that for this particular game. This whole race is biting off more than I can chew.
Our gap to first place is 14.7 seconds.
Wait, did he say 14 or 40? Surely he said 14. I don't really even want to go in a rich mix and put more heat into these tires. I just want to hang right where we are. Better, didn't overdrive it. Nice. A little bit close there. Trying to stay away from that inside wall. 'Tis a danger zone. This lap here is so deceptive. It feels like it's like 2.5 minutes long, and it's really only like 1.5 minutes long. You guys remember the old Valencia street course? That one was crazy. That one was a little bit of a mix of a Singapore and a Russia.
The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap.
Well, I think it predates Russia. Oh, it certainly does. They didn't use it for very long. But I certainly still remember it. Let's hope that one in Miami never comes to fruition, because that looked awful. I also said I'd never visit Miami again. And if F1 was in Florida and I didn't go, I think people would, like, protest me. I was just kind of in the zone through there. Really enjoying this run behind Hulkenberg. I think we have a great matched pace. I definitely feel like one of my biggest problems with Singapore is that the AI pacing in qualifying is so out of whack with their pacing in the race.
Have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
That must mean we have 5 laps of race remaining. Which is good news. Could be less. I'm glad it's not more. I think it's been good that I've been keeping enough distance that he hasn't gone to the defensive. So I've not been making him slow down. That's where we'd really get into trouble. I say that, but I was actually getting kind of to that point there, I think. Where he was starting to compromise his own line. That's 2. Let's hope this isn't baseball. I'm drawing a really weird analogy right now. I'm sorry that I was just like sitting there in silence, but my brain was going like 1 billion miles an hour. Because I just saw a video of a baseball clip. The guy hits a foul ball and the foul ball goes off and hits a kid in the audience, and apparently like the guy that hit the foul locked eyes with the kid that it was going to hit before it hit, and it was very traumatic for him. Luckily the kid seems to be okay, but it reminds me that I swear this is gonna go somewhere. It reminds me that when I was working with the Spignata team, I was watching a Formula V race, and in that Formula V race, a car around Roebling Road lost a wheel, and that wheel shot off the car and went like a rocket into the infield, which is where everybody stages their cars, and you know that's where we had our trailer and we were camping out. That wheel rocketed into the infield there and slammed the bathroom wall. And I remember talking to the kid whose car it was, and that was kind of his response. Was he wasn't too worried about the car, but he saw the wheel like go careening off into the infield, and he was just going around trying to make sure everyone was okay. But there was, and there still probably is, maybe not at this point, a big skid mark, a tire mark on the wall of the bathroom. That was pretty crazy. And our trailer was only maybe 100 feet from there. Formula V, they got real narrow tires. But I'm sure it still would have done a number on a human being. I can't believe I managed to get that story out around this track. Good job, me. being locked behind Hulkenberg has been the highlight of this race. Very helpful. Using him for guidance. And a little bit of a toe here and there, too. Feels like the back tires are starting to go a little bit. We haven't got long to go. Hopefully it's gonna stay together for me. You know what I didn't do that I should have done? I should have taken new parts since we were starting last. That was dumb. But I did already do that once this season.
Battery's looking good. You could use overtake to get past.
And I think we're probably good on parts. See what I mean? As soon as I start to show my nose or be too close to him, he goes into a defensive line and it slows us both down. That's what I'm constantly trying to do with people in iRacing in like the Miata series. Trying to show intent of working together. And it never seems to work. And then anyone that ever shows intent to me, or shouts at me, or types at me that like, hey, let's work together, they always end up screwing me. Like, they always work against you. It's very bizarre. On the last race of the season, actually.
We've only got 2
You'll see an
laps
instance
fuel
of that
left.
on Monday. Tuesday. One of those days. Taking it easier out of the turns and letting the high energy mode kind of pull me down the straightaways seems to be working out. Not as much oversteer. I think if we can pass them, that's where it's going to be. The last turn.
This is your final lap of the race.
Trying not to crowd him. We can pull away from the Ferrari a bit. I don't need that position. It's not going to make me, like, that much happier. I'm already pretty darn happy. But I do believe if I don't go for that position in the last turn, then I'm not a race car driver. I'm not a virtual race car driver. I make that designation very clear. I am not a race car driver. I'm trying to get rich. Hi, fireworks. Please don't make my game freeze. No! I went for it, but when I tried to cut,
Finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked.
I tried to cut beside him. It stepped out. Hey, that was good. That was good. I think that was my
That's a
best Singapore race
fantastic
ever.
performance from Ferrari. It hardly looked in doubt.
Man, I actually enjoyed that
So,
even.
how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
They done good.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium. And as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari.
It seems like Grosjean's outperforming Ericsson here lately.
And now let's take a look at the driver's
Barely.
standings. It's a good result for Sebastian Vettel, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Red. They demonstrated a very delicate touch in close proximity to other
Thank you.
cars, as
Thank
well
you.
as showing a lot of maturity
Appreciate it.
and patience in difficult
Oh,
situations.
so much
And here's
maturity.
how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time, though, goodbye.
How about that 240 gap? How about the fact that we are actually closing in on Magnussen? That would be a spicy meatball of a way to finish this season, to try and split the Haas's up. That would make me happy. Alonso doing out of the points. Alonso, come on, come on. We didn't really have. I mean, all the laps are pretty close because everyone's so stacked together. Chad Vettel a 37.9. Wow. All right. That was that. How was the start? I don't even remember. I don't even remember. It was pretty nail-biting start to finish. Ah, yes, the 3 wide. That all worked out beautifully. I think if it wasn't for that start, this race would have been a lot less fun. Kind of watched wide there, but what happens? Keep close to. Oh, I think I get to the inside of him here. Yeah, nice move. Good job past me. You did real good. Ooh, that helped us. Did you see how I think Stroll just pushed Hamilton out of the way? That gave us a nice little gap. This setup that was basically a Monaco setup ended up working out for me. All right, well, that is that. I think we'll call it a day.